He works backstage with the Royal Opera House. I helped him find a close relative once. A simple matter.
37 Catchpole Street. You've added something. A friend to his fellow countryman in need. Do you suppose he could have recommended his former lodgings to a fellow countryman in need?
Possibly.
Well, it doesn't explain the lodger's behaviour.
Behavior? What behavior?
How do you know this address?
Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
He always keeps a record of his past clients.
But if Holmes has something to ask, why does he not come himself? Why send you, Dr. Watson?
Well, I do on occasion act for myself.
Well, I cannot help you, I'm afraid. I know nothing of this lodger of Mrs. Warren.
Is he perhaps a fellow countryman of yours recently arrived from America in need of help?
Then tell him I'm here if he needs me. That is all I can say. Excuse me. I must go to work now.
It may be that Mrs. Warren needs help. The man is disturbing her household.
Why? What does he do to them?
Well, it's more a case of what he doesn't do. He doesn't appear from dawn till dusk. He has his meals on a tray left outside the door. If he's a fugitive from justice, we should turn him over to the police.
Police? No. No. Ciao, Mama. If there is a problem, Holmes knows where to find me. At the theater, not here, never here, Dottore, you understand?
You have enemies in your line of work.
Everyone has enemies, whatever they do. Is that not true of life?
But some are more at risk than others with their beliefs and their courage.
I do what I do, Dottore. Don't make me out to be a saint. Now, please, excuse me.
Signor Zamba, a senior partner in the firm of Castellotti and Zamba, chief fruit importers of New York, was stabbed repeatedly on the steps of his mansion. Now, this is dated 8 weeks ago. Detective Rimmer of the Pinkerton Agency said at the scene of the slaying, "We believe this is the work of a Neapolitan society allied to the old Carbonari known as the Red Circle. Famous throughout Europe, a branch has now been planted in Brooklyn. Detectives are anxious to question a Giuseppe Giorgiano." Now, Fermani was hiding something else. I can't describe the feeling, but there was an old woman who I took to be his mother.
His mother? You went to his home?
Yes.
A face full of sorrow and secrets.
Is this the person that you helped, Holmes? If you're holding something back, I should like you to tell me.
By going to his home, you may have put Fermani's life in danger.
What?
He's a point of refuge for the Italian community in London. A beacon of light, if you will, in a dark web of devilry.
The Red Circle. God. And this Giorgiano.
Black Giorgiano. He has earned the name of death, La Morte, in southern Italy and far beyond. He's red, up to the elbows in murder.
Is it possible that this Black Giorgiano is the man at Mrs. Warren?
No, but there may be some connection. Watson, we have work to do.
The Opera House.
And then Charing Cross to send a telegram to my friend in Brilla.
Buonanotte, amico mio. You have been troublesome to me for a long time, but now you help me in return for your life. Gennaro Luca, where are you hiding him? Aiutami, Enrico. Dove l'hai nascosto?
Nobody's allowed in here. Oh, it's you, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
Hawkins, what brings you here?
Same thing that brings you, I expect. Well, you got onto it so fast I can't imagine.
Different threads leading up to the same tangle.
We've come to see Enrico Fermani.
But Fermani's dead. He was found with his throat cut less than 2 hours ago, up here. Murderer got clean away, I'm afraid.
Watson.
You're right, Holmes. I should not have gone this morning. Might have saved a life.
I don't think you can blame yourself for that. Golden boys and girls all must, as chimney sweepers come to dust. A person arrives alone in London. He seeks help from Fermani, his fellow countryman, who places him for safety in Mrs. Warren's lodgings.
Then Fermani is murdered rather than give away the hiding place.
No. Of that we can't be sure. But who killed him? Giorgiano? Is Giorgiano in England? What does he want with this lodger?
The person in that room is entirely alone and at risk. I mean, even a letter might be intercepted. How does a message reach him from the outside?
Except by that most valuable hunting ground ever given to the student of the unusual.
The agony column.
We need only concern ourselves with the Daily Chronicle for the past 2 weeks, which our lodger collects every morning after his breakfast. Oh, Jimmy! What a chorus of cries and groans, what a rag bag of singular happenings. Oh. Lady with a feather boa, her Prince's skating club.
Holmes, listen to this. Be patient, we'll find some means of communication. Meanwhile, this column, G.
Can you pick up the trace again?
Here we are. Here. I'm making successful arrangements. Patience and prudence. The clouds will pass, G. No, nothing. Here. The path is clearing. If I find chance to signal message, remember code as agreed. That's 2 days ago.
Mrs. Hudson!
What is it, Mr. Holmes? I'm washing curtains.
The Daily Chronicle yesterday and today, if you'll be so kind. Patience and prudence. Now the affair begins to grow more intelligible.